Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements, proven by time, engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather at noon.
Well, good afternoon. Taylor Plott here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a quick look at your forecast. Showers and storms will still be possible this afternoon and the evening. Some of them could be strong, but I don't expect much in the way of severe weather today. Our main focus is going to end up being what happens tomorrow. I have more on that coming up very shortly. First off, live look from our Arctic Air Skycam network showing a lot of clouds around, still some peaks of sun here and there. That will allow temperatures to rise up into the 80s later on today. Can't even rule out places getting very close to 90 degrees across parts of northwestern Alabama. But for the most part today, we're still going to be hanging around with some of that cloud cover, so we're not expecting mostly sunny or abundant sunshine today, unfortunately. Temperatures will be getting up into the middle and upper 80s, like I mentioned, 88 degrees here in Florence, 87 in Athens, with that chance at a few isolated to widely scattered showers and storms. Area-wide looking like this: 86 in Lewisburg, 85 in Ardmore, 87 in Athens, 88 in the Shoals, 86 in Collinwood, and 87 degrees over there in Waynesboro. For tomorrow, we're still dealing with temperatures getting up into the 80s, but we're bumping those highs down just a little bit tomorrow because we have more clouds and some showers rolling through during the morning hours, so that should keep temperatures generally in the lower and middle 80s tomorrow, but that won't have an impact on our severe weather threat, unfortunately. Still have a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk. We're still waiting on an update from the Storm Prediction Center on this. So once that happens, we'll do a post on social media to give you the latest information on that. But for now, we're still looking at that level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk for everybody here. And all modes of severe weather are on the table, including the chance at a few strong tornadoes if we get any of those longer-lived discrete supercells that develop out ahead of a line of storms that could be tracking on through. It's those supercells that will give you the best chance at seeing one of those tornadoes, unfortunately, but also looking at high wind and the hail potential, and that hail potential could end up being larger than golf ball size potentially. Let's walk it through with your Futurecast here. First off, taking a look at today, and we're going to breeze through this real quickly for today. A few areas of showers are definitely possible. Like I mentioned, maybe a rumble of thunder. I don't expect much in the way of big-time storm activity today. What we will be watching for overnight tonight, it's not really shown here in the Futurecast, but some other models are hinting at it, that there could be a quick round of storms during the overnight hours, say around 2 to 4 a.m., and some of those could be strong, maybe even severe, so we'll have to keep a close eye on that. Again, not really shown here in the Futurecast model, but some models that we look at behind the scenes are showing that potential. Now let's walk through Tuesday afternoon here. Our main time frame focus for storm initiation is going to generally be between 2 and 4 p.m. Could happen a little earlier, could end up happening a little later. If it happens a little later, that's probably going to end up being a good thing. But right now, we're just looking at between 2 and 4 p.m. And it's those scattered, discrete supercells that we'll be watching for out ahead of that cold front. And those could end up being those big long-track tornado-producing storms, unfortunately. So that's why we're really have to watch this forecast very closely. By the time we get to 7 p.m., I think most of the activity is generally east of the US 43 corridor, but still impacting places along the 65 corridor like Athens down to Moulton, Decatur, and the Huntsville metro area. As we step forward here, that starts to move further to the east at about 9 to 10 p.m. But notice how you have more of a line right here as opposed to these cells that are all by themselves out ahead of it. You're dealing with more of a line of storms across our area, and that's going to start to weaken that tornado potential just a little bit, but you could end up getting a greater chance for some damaging winds as that starts to line on out. As that moves further to the east by 10 p.m., I think it's completely out of our area and moving into parts of eastern Alabama and parts of western Georgia. Behind this system, maybe just a few isolated showers, but mainly just some cloudy skies, and we're starting to dry out, and we're actually looking pretty good forecast-wise going into the middle of next week. What I do want to mention real quick is there is a NOAA Weather Radio outage And that's due to the Weather Service office in Nashville. We're only specifically talking about Tennessee here. The weather radios are going to work if you're in northern Alabama. Central Alabama, they're unfortunately the same situation as the Nashville stuff. So if you do know anybody in central Alabama, let them know that their weather radio will not work during this event. Unfortunately, that's because the Weather Service has to do certain upgrades at certain times. And unfortunately, this is one that they're having to do right in the smack dab of a severe weather risk. So what I want you to do is you scan that QR code. That's going to give you our latest app, and that app will alert you for any severe weather warnings, severe thunderstorm, tornado warnings, even alert you for some watches that are issued. That will act as your backup to your NOAA weather radio. So that's why we always say have multiple ways to get warnings, because unfortunately, some things like what I mentioned, we're going to have an outage for upgrades. Sometimes you're going to have one of those warning ways that you get your warnings. That's not going to work. So that's why you keep telling you multiple ways to get warnings. So download that app if you hadn't. On top of that, you'll get our latest forecast, and you'll have the opportunity to watch our live stream on there, as opposed to jumping on YouTube or Facebook. So that will be another way to watch our live coverage. 7-day forecast, again, main focus is for the severe weather threat tomorrow, and then we're drying out finally. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're looking pretty dry, and we're also on the cooler side of things. Temperatures down into the lower 70s, so that's a little bit below average for this time of year, so nice little relief from some of the heat that we've had. Unfortunately, for your Memorial Day weekend, we are watching the chance for a few showers around. I don't see anything that's overly widespread. It's not going to be like a washout right now, but we're going to be watching for the chance for some showers and storms both Saturday and Sunday, with temperatures still generally in the 70s. That's your latest forecast here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Fred Gossage will be in at 5 p.m. to give you another update on your severe weather potential tomorrow and have another look at your 7-day forecast. Until then, I hope everybody has a fantastic Monday afternoon.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.